Hi everyone! So I thought I would do, well, first I'm going to apologise for the schleppy clothes and the quite bad hair. It's Sunday. Um, I am basically doing Sunday things, which is not much. We've been out this morning taking back lots of stuff that I had to return. So I had an ASOS, a TK Maxx and a Hobbycraft online order that all had to go back. Well, not all of them, but yeah. Today, I thought I would do a what's in my bag post-operation going back to work edition. That's a really long title. I don't know if that's going to end up being the YouTube title, but we'll see. For those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah, I've been back at work for 2 weeks now. So Monday, tomorrow, will be 4 weeks post-op. And for those of you who've just joined us and don't know about it, I had my foot sliced into 4 weeks ago. I love saying that to people because their faces are like, what? Sorry. Anyway, no, I had a neurectomy in my foot, which was they took out about that much of a nerve between my third and fourth toes because I had something called Morton's neuroma that was in between them that was basically given me a lot of jip and had been for at least 3 years, and it had got to the point where I couldn't dance and I couldn't ski, which are two of my favourite things. Apart from sitting on the couch and crocheting, literally skiing and dancing. That's it. Like if there were 3 things I could only do for the rest of my life: crocheting, skiing, dancing. Done. I'd be a happy woman. Anyway, so yeah, I had an operation. I was off my feet for 2 weeks at home, and then I went back to work 2 weeks ago. Can't believe it's been 4 weeks already. That's really weird. Anyway, the stitches are out. It's healing really nicely, actually. I'm still walking weirdly. I have a crutch, which is somewhere in this room. I don't tend to use it around the house. I tend to use it when I'm in public. I can hobble without it, but it seems to make people more aware of the fact that I'm slower if I have my crutch. I probably will only use it for another week or so, I think, and then it'll go in a cupboard. I actually own it, which is really interesting that they don't want them returned. But there you go. Anyway, it's totally off topic. Because I was going back to work and because I was very lopsided and didn't want anything to kind of have to faff about with, as well as the crutch and everything else, while getting on a bus, because I work in Oxford. For those of you who know Oxford, you'll know how ridiculously uncar friendly it is. For those of you who don't know Oxford, it is one of the oldest cities in the UK. Pretty much the city centre is off limits to anything other than buses and taxis and cyclists. Oh, and pedestrians, obviously. So the only way really that I was going to get in was by bus. My husband has been an absolute star and has been giving me lifts to and from bus stops. We only live about, well, at normal speed, my closest bus stop is a 4-minute walk from me, which is brilliant. It's about, we timed it, 11 minutes at the moment for me to walk from my house to the bus stop. But the buses are every 15 minutes, so I have to kind of work out what I'm doing. Anyway, so I decided that I was going to use one of my backpacks. Now, when we went to America, both of us bought backpacks that were suitable for walking for long hours and also for hot climates. So the bag that I'm using, and let's hope we can get it in shot, is something called here we go. It's the Berghaus Free Flow Women 20, which I think means it can carry 20 litres. It's a fabulous backpack. What I love about it is it's got this rigid back, and then it's got these kind of extra straps, which means that it's called free flow because you can get air circulating around. So it's not like your kind of old backpacks where you used to get those horrible sweat patches on your back in hot climates. Obviously, it's November. I'm not going to get hot, but it's really nice to kind of have this rigid structure that everything bases itself around. It does have the chest straps, which I've not been using, and you can actually attach waist straps as well, which I've stored. You can attach them here. There's a little grey thing. There we go. Here. But I've stored them underneath. Now underneath there is a little zip which holds the waist straps, but also a waterproof cover, which is very handy. And it's also, you'll note, H2O. That is the right word for you, isn't it? Yeah. H2O, which means I actually got a camel pack. When we were in the US, I got a camel pack that goes inside, and I'll show you inside. and the tube comes out here, and you can attach it down to one of these straps here. And it was perfect for America, and I kind of went, well, I don't want to carry too much. This is quite a small, in terms of, because of the kind of curved, rigid bag, you can't fit too much in this. You can fit quite a lot, but you can't fit too much. And I thought, well, I'm not going to want lots and lots and lots in here, particularly when I'm having to kind of schlep it around and all the extra stuff that I'm having to carry. So, this has got, I'll do the outside first, 2 side pockets, one of them has my umbrella, which I love. That's from Paper Chase, and then the other one always carries a water bottle. So I have like 500 plastic 500 milliliter, 50 centiliter bottles of usually sparkling water that I carry, and they always go in there, and it just fits it really well. Here it has, these are actually walking pole holder things, but I don't use them at all. And in the front, this is kind of the stuff that I don't really use. So I have my hairbrush, I have my house keys, and I have my work keys. I think that's it in here. Yeah. Because I don't, this is quite an easy access for thieves when it's on my back. I don't put stuff that's actually really, that would worry me if people got, or that are easy to get out. Because like house keys and car keys, house keys and work keys go right down the bottom. And to be honest, I think I would notice if someone were going like that. But hairbrush can just go. So that's the front. Then, I really love the colour, by the way. It's beautiful, and it's horrible light. It's a really gloomy day, and it's also, I don't even know what time it is, I think it's like 4:30. So it's starting to get dark and dusky here in England. Anyway, but it's a beautiful blue colour with pink accents. I am not a pink girl. I always say this, I am not a pink girl, but pink accents is fine. Anyway, double zip. So, just like normal backpacks more than anything. And in here is, and it opens like this, so you can kind of get to everything, which I love. So let's do the big pack. So, can you guess what's in here? Yay! Crocheting. So this is one of the Christmas projects is in here. I carry my little, these are actually paper scissors. This is called the Raymay pen cut, but it attaches to the little D-ring on there, and it's fabulous for cutting yarn when I finish motifs and stuff. So that goes in there, and it's squishy, so it can be squished in. Sunglasses, believe it or not, the sun is still shining in here. In England, it's not shining in here, obviously. So sunglasses, which are my Maui gym sunglasses, which I think I showed you in my last video. I have a pair of gloves. These are my M&S, I think they're just cotton, or they might be polyester actually. M&S polyester, but they're really kind of no fuss gloves, which I like. And then when it gets cold, I put my new wristers on top of them. That's the right way around. So these will be shown in my next crochet corner, which hopefully won't be too long before I do that. So these go over there if I get quite cold. These are actually brilliant on their own as well, because they, particularly on this hand, because this is the hand that has the crutch, and I've been getting quite bruised like here, so having something that's a bit extra has been really helpful. So that's that. I have my glasses, because I wear glasses to look at screens at work. I have my pencil case, which I've shown you before many times. I have slippers, because I'm now back in trainers. So after my operation, I had the big bandage, and they gave me this boot, which was basically just a kind of plastic sole and then foam, and then I could get it, but I won't. It was foam and then Velcro across, so it was open to the elements. And I was in that for about a week and a half. Yeah, a week and a half at work. And I just kind of went, oh, for goodness sake, it's starting to rain. I need my foot. I want my foot to be dry. I don't want to have to like wear a plastic bag over my boot. Ugh. So I put my foot in trainers. Now I'm on like literally, they're just staying on because I didn't want to hurt the bruising. But I was back in trainers on Wednesday this week, I think. And since that, so those 3 days, the laces have been getting slightly tighter. And I seem to be walking better in trainers, which is just so weird. Anyway, moving on. But I wear slippers at work because it's quite uncomfortable. And these are big slippers. It's quite uncomfortable to kind of be in trainers and in socks in shoes all day, particularly on this foot yeah, this foot. So I wear slippers at work, and we've actually decided, my boss has decided for Christmas, we're doing Christmas Jumper Day, which I think is in aid of Save the Children in the UK. But we're also going to do Christmas Slippers Day at work, which is pretty much because I've been wearing slippers at work. Traveller's Notebook. I've just been watching Mrs. Brimble's Planet Addict tag, so I might do that regarding this. Oh, actually, I haven't. I'll show you in a bit, but this has been kind of acting as my wallet as well as my planner. Now, because I can't move very far, I don't really have very many tasks, and I'm not really scheduled in any meetings. So actually, I haven't been using this that much. But it's got to come with me, because you never know when you're going to have to write something down, or someone's going to ask you when your appointment is. So I've been writing in like future appointments and things that are coming up in my month booklet, this one. But my whole bullet journal hasn't really been being used. I haven't used a Chronodex dial in about a month. Well, no, I have used them, but in my Hobonichi when I was tracking what I was doing while I was away. But I haven't used one for a planning tool, yeah, for about a month. And my lists book is being used, but not very much. So the only thing at the front that's being used, and I'm going to make sure that I've got my hand over my, is my credit card wallet, which has got my bus pass, my debit card, my work ID, and my driver's license. But that's it. That's the only 4 cards that I actually need to carry. Because I'm not going to Sainsbury's by myself. Like, Chris will come with me, so he's got a Nectar card. I'm not going to Boots because I can't walk that far. That kind of thing. Eventually I will be back into my, oh, and it's here, my normal wallet, but it's really heavy because there's so many things in it. So I don't, less weight. It's all about less weight. And then I have my pharmacy, walking pharmacy, which has everything in it. Apart from, actually I took my cream out today because we went out without my bag. So that normal thing, you've seen that before. La la la. Look at my, if for those of you who are new, if you want to know what's in my walking pharmacy, have a look at my what's in my bag. Did I do it in August or in September? Anyway, it's about August, September time was, no, it was in October. In October, I have a Vlogtober playlist. There is a what's in my bag video. Go and have a look, and that'll give you more details. Now, that's the main compartment done. Now, I'm going to show you. So this is where the little water bit comes in, and then I've not threaded my tube through there because it's a bit weird. But you can see the red thing there, and you can take it out if you wanted to because there's clips here that allow you to. But oh, I forgot this was in here. This month's edition of Molly Makes, I've got a 3-month for £3 subscription, which they were doing at the Handmade Fair, so that's in there. But normally in this bit goes your water, your camel pack, so it means it's separate from everything else. So that's the main bit done. There is a little pouch here, which is really helpful actually, because if you need kind of quick access to stuff. And in here I have a spare bandage just in case, because you never know if your wound is going to open up again. I have my phone. I have headphones. These are Sennheiser, and these are my husband's old ones. They're over ear. They're really long. Look at that. And they've got a volume adjustment, and they're really nice actually. I like them. He has better ones, which I'm slightly coveting. Random receipt. Painkillers, so I have ibuprofen and paracetamol. That's what I'm down to now, which is lovely. And I'm only actually, at the moment, I'm managing with just 1 in the morning of each and nothing else. I don't want to take painkillers just because. If I can kind of deal with it, then I don't feel like I need painkillers. So I get it from my mother. If you can deal with it, if you can drink water and it goes away, then you're fine. Anyway, last but by no means least in here is my little coin purse. So because I've been using my traveller's notebook as a wallet, my coins don't go in there. So little coin purse. It's got little Chinese characters on it. My grandmother gave it to me. She's Vietnamese, and I had a card wallety thing as well, which I've lost, which is really annoying. So this is really dog-eared, you can see. But I love it. It's perfect. So there you go. That is now empty. Yes. What I tend to do when I'm out and about is my bus pass, which at the moment is in my Midori, or my traveller's notebook, it actually goes in this pocket, along with my water bottle, so it's just easy access when the bus comes along rather than like faffing about. Other than that, pretty much what you see is how it's all set up. So that's my bag. If you want, I will try and kind of link to the bag. Everything else I've linked to before in other videos, but I'll try and link to the bag so you can see kind of where it is and more information and things like that. If you've got any questions, as usual, I've got a couple of other things coming up in the next couple of weeks. The lighting around here is ridiculous because I work full time, so in the week I don't get to film unless it's in the evening, and at the weekends my days are filled with things that I like go out and about and do. So you're gonna have to bear with me with lighting. I know Romany was talking about like making her videos more professional and stuff with lighting. I'm like, yeah. I don't think I'm quite there yet. But if you like these things, let me know. If you think I need to work a bit more, then let me know on the lighting. But I'm quite enjoying making rough and ready videos if you enjoy watching them. So that's it, guys. I will see you very soon. Bye.